Fear of speaking English? Describe people like a pro.
Hello, wonderful English learners, and welcome. My name is Jennifer, and I'll be your guide today. We're going to make this lesson really fun and easy to follow. We will explore how to talk about what people look like on the outside, their appearance. Then, we will dive into how to describe what they are like on the inside, their personality. We will learn lots of useful adjectives, from the most common ones to some fun and modern slang words that you can use with your friends. Let's begin with one of the first things we notice about a person, their height and build. These are some of the most common and useful words you will need. For example, we can talk about how tall or short someone is. Let's try a sentence. He is very tall. Or you could say she is quite short. For build, which means the size and shape of someone's body, we can use words like slim or thin. An example is, my sister is very slim. These words are simple, direct, and understood by everyone. Now let's explore a few more words for a person's build. If someone is not slim but has a slightly larger rounded body shape, you might use the word chubby. This word is often used to describe babies and children in an affectionate way, but can sometimes be a little sensitive when used for adults, so be careful. For example, the baby has chubby cheeks. A more neutral and polite word for an adult who is a bit overweight is plump or stocky for a solid, sturdy build. For instance, the man had a stocky build. It's always good to have a range of words so you can choose the most appropriate one. Let's move on to hair, which is a very noticeable feature. There are so many ways to describe hair. We can talk about the color, the length, and the style. For color, you might say, she has brown hair. Or maybe, he has blonde hair. For length, it's very easy. You can say her hair is long. Or if it's the opposite, you would say his hair is short. These are the fundamental building blocks for describing someone's hairstyle, and you can combine them to give a clearer picture, like, she has long brown hair. Finally, let's talk about the style or texture of the hair. Is it straight or is it curly? These are two very common words you'll hear. For example, my hair is naturally curly. Or you could say something like, she has long straight hair. Another word you might hear is wavy, which is in between straight and curly. Think of the gentle waves in the ocean. He has wavy, dark hair. As you can see, by simply combining these few words for height, build, and hair, you can already start to create a basic but clear description of a person. Now that we have some words for appearance, let's switch to personality. Personality describes who a person is on the inside, their character, and how they behave. One of the best compliments you can give someone is to say they are kind. A kind person is someone who is caring, generous, and thinks about other people's feelings. You could say, my teacher is very kind. Another wonderful trait is being friendly. A friendly person is open, warm, and easy to talk to. For example, the new student is very friendly. These positive words are fantastic for describing people you like and admire. Of course, not everyone is outgoing. Some people are a little more reserved, and a good word for this is shy. You might say, he was too shy to say hello. Another common personality trait is being funny. A funny person makes you laugh and tells good jokes. Everyone loves a funny friend. An example sentence is, my dad is so funny, he's always making us laugh. Describing someone as funny is a great way to highlight their sense of humor. Let's look at a couple more important personality words, like serious person. A serious person thinks carefully about things and is often very focused on their work or studies. For example, she is a very serious student. On the other hand, a person who is very active and full of life can be described as energetic. You could say, the children are so energetic today. Finally, let's learn a couple of slang terms for personality. If someone is very relaxed and easygoing, you can say they are laid back. A laid-back person doesn't get stressed or worried easily. For example, my friend is very laid back about everything. Now, for a more negative trait, if someone likes to tell people what to do all the time, you can use the slang word bossy. This describes someone who is a bit too controlling. For instance, my older sister can be a little bossy sometimes. We have the basics down, so let's add some more interesting words to our vocabulary for describing appearance. Let's start with the face. You can talk about someone's overall look. For example, you might say someone is handsome if they are an attractive man. For instance, the actor in the film was very handsome. For a woman, the common word is beautiful or pretty. You could say, she looked very beautiful in her dress. A more general neutral word that can be used for anyone is attractive. It simply means they have a pleasing appearance. Now for some more specific details about the face. Does the person wear glasses? This is a very common and useful thing to mention. For example, my grandfather wears glasses to read. What about facial hair on a man? If he has hair on his chin, it's called a beard. You could say, he has a long gray beard. If he only has hair above his top lip, that is called a mustache. For example, my English teacher has a mustache. These small details can really help someone picture the person you are describing. Let's add one more slang word to our collection. The word chill can be used to describe a person's appearance or vibe, suggesting they are relaxed and fashionable in a very casual, effortless way. For example, she has a very chill vibe. She always wears comfortable clothes and seems relaxed. Another useful adjective is stylish, which means someone dresses very well and has a great sense of fashion. You could say, my friend is very stylish. She always knows the latest trends. Advanced personality words. A very positive trait is being generous. A generous person loves to give and share, whether it's their time, money, or help. For example, she is very generous and always donates to charity. The opposite of generous is stingy. A stingy person does not like to spend money or share things. You might say, he is too stingy to ever buy a round of drinks. It's useful to know both the positive and negative sides so you can describe people accurately. A person who loves to be with other people and gets energy from social situations is called outgoing or extroverted. You could say, my brother is very outgoing and has hundreds of friends. For a more negative trait, what do you call someone who gets angry easily and is often in a bad mood? A great word for this is grumpy. My neighbor is always grumpy in the mornings before he has his coffee. Finally, someone who is very smart and learns quickly can be described as clever or intelligent. She is a clever student who always gets top grades. Another excellent quality is being hardworking. This describes someone who puts a lot of effort into their work and doesn't give up easily. He is a very hardworking employee and a great asset to the team. Find someone you can talk to and try describing people you both know. You could describe a friend, a family member, or even a famous celebrity. See if your friend can guess who you are talking about. Is this person friendly or shy? Do they like to talk a lot or stay quiet? Are they serious or funny most of the time? Do they work hard or take it easy? Are they usually happy or grumpy? How did you do? I am sure you did wonderfully. This kind of practice is so helpful for making the words feel more natural to you. Another about, what do they look like? Is this person tall or short? Do they have straight hair or curly hair? What color are their eyes? Are they slim, chubby, or muscular? What kind of clothes are they wearing? We have come to the end of our lesson today, and you have done an amazing job. We have covered so many useful and interesting words to describe people, from their physical appearance to their inner personality. We learned basic words like tall, short, kind, and funny, and we also added some more detailed words like handsome, confident, and generous. Every little bit of practice helps you improve. Remember, language learning takes practice and patience. Review this lesson, practice out loud, and use English in your daily life. Celebrate your progress no matter how small. Every step brings you closer to fluency. Thank you for joining me. Keep practicing and stay positive. If you enjoyed this lesson, like and subscribe for more. See you in the next video.